Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of Virginia's 20 Days of Christmas series. This is also going to be my second project for December for Confessions of a Paper Addict design team, which I am on. So a bunch of us have been playing along with Virginia here and there or every day, depending on what our schedules were like, showcasing all of the awesome cut files for Christmas, and we're having so much fun. Today I am using this one that is letters to Santa, and it's this awesome mailbox. And I'm actually going to put this in my December daily. I'm going to punch holes in it, and I have to tell you, I was not planning to make this the way it turned out. So you gotta watch, because I'm so just like elated with how it turned out. I was so happy the moment I made it, and I made this back in October. I was like showing all of the other design team members. I'm like, look what I did. I feel so crafty. So I'm really, really excited to share this one with you. You can see what I did is I cut the cut file out in red first, and then I simply just did a trace the outline of it and cut it again just in a white cardstock so I could glue it down, had a bit of thickness to it. And now I'm going to glue all the little pieces back in and kind of decide what I want to do. I originally planned to cover most of it all back up with the red. I liked the red. That was the whole point of it. So I am planning to work on that. And it does turn out for the most part with red. But then I make a couple little edits, and really happy with the way that turned out too. I'm going to do the sides in the red, so I have a nice place to punch the holes. My plan is to punch them on that left-hand side. And so, just kind of working, figuring out what I want to do here, playing around. As I'm looking at this, I'm kind of deciding it'd be really cool because this is going in my December daily. And originally I just thought I'd probably have it next to a pocket page of the photos of them writing letters or something like that. Or I'd put it on the back. But then I thought, this is a mailbox. Mailboxes should open. So that is exactly what I am going to do. You can see I traced with a pencil the inside little rectangle there. I'm going to take my X-Acto knife, think for a minute how I want this to work. I was good, and I waited before I actually started cutting. And I'm actually going to cut the very bottom. I'm going to do a U, pretty much halfway between up the side, all of the bottom, and then halfway up the other side, so that there's little cards that can pull out of them, which you will see in a minute. And then what happens is the front part, which is the actual handle part, is going to flip open like it's a flip book type thing. So I love the idea. The second I came up with it, I was like, this is so much fun. And like I said, I was just very excited. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of go through it, show you how I did it. I backed that part of the cut file on an additional piece of white cardstock. And now I'm thinking about what I want the inside of it to look like. So I'm just cutting the pattern paper again. And then I'm just going to do my tried and true way of how I create flips with washi and really strong adhesive. I use red line tape. You don't have to. As long as you're using a strong adhesive, it should be fine. And I'm just going to quickly show you how I do that as you're watching it. Let me make sure to mention, first of all, you need to head on over and see what Virginia's creating today, because this is such a fun series, and I'm just very excited to be seeing all these gorgeous layouts from her in December. So that's really fun. The other thing is you need to head on over to Confessions of a Paper Addict Etsy shop and get your hands on this cut file, because if you write letters to Santa, if your kids write letters to Santa, you need this cut file. And last but not least, head on over to the Facebook group, because there are 4, count them, you guys, 4 free cut files available this month, and they're all gorgeous. So you need to make sure to get your hands on those and just see all the fun that's happening over there, because it's a great place to get inspiration. So I will have the links for all of that down below, along with anyone playing along today for Virginia's series. I'll leave the link obviously to the Etsy shop and to the Facebook group and just to everything. I have kids joining me now. I apologize about this little bit of extra noise happening. So I've got the flip going on. I figured that out. I'm going to cover the top half of it up. I had this leftover part, which is actually from a Santa letter from a couple years ago. I've just kind of been hoarding it. So I'm going to go ahead and use that to cover the top. So when you flip it open, you see that. It's kind of cute. I felt like it worked. I don't do a lot of embellishing to this at all because my plan is I don't know what day this is going to be. I don't know what my photos are going to be. And so I try to leave it pretty plain so that when I do get to the day, I have the flexibility to make the foundation page, quote unquote, work for me. And that's how I do foundation pages. A lot of times I have reoccurring themes such as this. And so it's okay to make these because I know it's going to be in my album somewhere. I just don't assign a date, a number to it. And I really try not to over embellish it so that I can play a little bit on the day that I decide to actually use this one and create the actual spread for that day. Okay, I'm just going to finish this up by adding a little tab so you know to flip that open. And I grabbed 3 little cards. This came from an Allie Edwards December Daily Kit, I think from 2019. I need to trim it a little bit so it fits in, which it does, and now slides in perfectly. And I'm going to flip my whole cut file over. You're going to see this. And I'm going to use some red line adhesive to match it up so that it's a pocket. So when they go in and out, they don't fly down to the bottom and not be able to actually see what's there. So really easy way to do that. I'll just back the whole cut file with an additional piece of pattern paper, and then that will be the backside to the next story, which I don't know what it'll be, but I'll get to that point when I'm actually in December creating this. Remember, I'm recording this quite early. So here's a look at my finished project. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all again soon. Bye, everyone.